Boo. How's it going, man?
Good.
Yeah?
How's
A
everybody?
little sweaty? You got a fan on you? A little warm?
Well, I don't know about you. It looks like you just came from the Swiss Alps.
No, we're going
Just
for. I got a
jumped
motorcycle today. Never rode a motorcycle before.
Is that
I got a
a
motorcycle.
DILF jacket? Is that what that is?
I don't know what that means, but I don't have a motorcycle. I'm just kidding.
Can't
It's
say
just-
what DILF means.
I was just. This is my new look right here.
Yeah.
A little tight European package. You know.
Belongs to
I'm
Ben.
a celebrity now, so I got to dress like one.
Ben for two. Bend over. Ben
This
for
is for a
two.
Cabbage Patch Kid, actually. This jacket. Anyways, what are we chatting about today? Let's talk about that.
Well,
for a
first
little
let's just
bit.
say hello to everybody.
Yeah, sorry. This is Garrick.
This is just the tip Tuesday.
Just a tip or just the tip?
The tip of
Iceberg,
the
guys. Iceberg. It's
The
an
tip
iceberg.
of the iceberg.
All right. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
things are great. This is Greg, fresh from his ski trip in
Yep.
the middle of summer.
Didn't go skiing, but we're gonna go to the airport after this, which is gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
My
That's-
great grandpa died during World War II. Oh, really? Well, I mean, he died skiing in Vermont, but it was during World War II.
I love that movie. All right, so let's talk about something that has to relate to mortgages or cars or I don't know.
Disneyland?
Disneyland. I don't really want to talk about that. That kind of sidetracked me a little bit yesterday.
If anybody, we'll put this into 2 episodes. If anybody knows of the account called DILFs of Disneyland, just let us know that you know what that account is first, and then we'll explain it later. It's getting hot and bothered just by bringing it up. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. Next
I didn't know it
episode.
existed till yesterday, but apparently it exists.
And a lot of our staff
there's
members know it
500,000
exists.
followers. And someone back home in Canada found me on there and then decided to give it to one of my ex-hockey teammates in Victoria. That he decided to spread the word a little bit and got out pretty quick. Not gonna lie to you.
It's the best type of marketing we've ever had.
Yeah.
Not that our marketing team's not great, but
All right, cool. So what I think last week I mentioned about credit. Did we want to talk about credit this week, maybe, or no? How to boost your
talked about
score?
credit.
How to boost your score?
we talked about how to boost your score.
How to boo your score? Boost
We
your
talked
score?
about that.
Boosty. Yeah,
We,
looks a
we
little
talked
frightening.
about that. What we were going to touch on is one of the first things that we talked about, but it never got posted.
Okay. Oh yeah. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites actually.
Mhm.
The
And
mic actually unclipped and no one knew, and
Is
we
your
talked
mic
for like
plugged
2
in?
hours. Actually, it was
Yeah.
great. Best show we did.
is your mic plugged in? It looks like it's unplugged.
Oh, we're good.
That's good. All right.
We're good. We're hot.
So this show was about what's a lender fee. Remember that? Like what fees you should pay,
I don't.
what fees you should not pay. Like what fees do you actually have to pay no matter what?
Mhm.
And what
Yeah.
fees do you have the option to pay depending on where you go?
And one of the biggest companies in our land of mortgages sent one of our staff, I guess they're friends, sent one of our staff a nasty, kind of friendly, funny text message saying how we're disrupting the industry too much, and we're, what did he say?
And that his family needs to eat.
His
and that
family
we
needs to
should-
eat,
we
and
should
that
stop not charging people.
yeah, he
fees.
said we're too cheap and we're causing havoc in his office. And
I
we're
said, have
losing
you seen
deals
Greg's
after
jacket?
deals.
Does he look cheap?
This jacket is very cheap, actually.
Yeah, it is.
It's
That
like a
was the point.
windbreaker.
That's a no-fee jacket right
It's
there.
a no-fee jacket. It's like 6 sizes too small for me.
Yeah.
And
Which meant it was half price. It was in the youth section.
Cabbage Patch, actually the doll section, I took it off a Cabbage Patch Kid.
It's in the
His
old
name
baby,
was Ben.
the Baby Gap store.
Remember the Cabbage Patch Kids had the name and where they're from?
No.
This was
Remember
Ben
what year I was born?
from New Mexico.
I don't even know what a
Ben-
Cabbage Patch Kid is.
It's right there, Chris. It's the life-size one right there. Leprechaun.
Yeah, we got to
Cabbage
talk
Patch
about
Kid.
Chris in the next episode. We kidnapped him from Vegas.
Yeah.
He's a unique character.
First round pick overall. First pick overall. Not even first
Yeah.
rounder. First pick
We
overall.
took over his contract.
Austin Matthews right there. Got Connor McDavid sitting right there. Just taking notes right now.
Taking notes.
Yeah.
We'll throw him in the middle. He can actually fit right here. We don't even need to add anything to the set.
Standing up, actually. And he's the same height as us. Standing up. While us sitting down. All right. So, yeah, let's talk about
fees.
fees.
You gotta
So,
pay fees. You don't got to pay. What's a lender fee?
I'm going to pretend I'm a client for a quick sec, like we always do. A role play here. I'm just, spoke to Quicken Loans or Loan Depot, and they told me that I'm going to get this interest rate at 3.50, and I have a closing cost, or if you guys call it lender fees in the U.S., and you have, what else do you call it? Is it
Well,
lender
those are
fee?
two different things. Lender fees and closing costs.
Oh, okay. What is the difference?
Two things.
Garrick?
A lender fee is a fee
Professor Garrick?
the lender charges. Maybe a credit report
Okay.
fee, processing fee, origination fee. It's a fee that is not required by law to execute the transaction. a closing cost are things that are required. So you're going to need to get an appraisal. You have to pay a third party to do that appraisal.
So closing costs are basically the cost that you need to...
The hard cost of doing the transaction. Title and escrow, appraisal, and any recording fee that's paid to the state.
So it's nothing to do with choosing a lender. It just happens by choosing a mortgage.
Yes.
Having a mortgage.
And when people say there's no closing costs, obviously those people still have to get paid. So it could be rolled into the interest rate, rolled into the loan amount. They could say that you don't have closing costs, but you still do. They're just somewhere.
You still do.
They're in there.
Still do.
They're in there.
All right. So
lender fees is a choice that every broker or lender chooses to charge. They could say, oh, our origination fee is 1% of the loan amount on a $400,000 loan, 1%.
What? Sorry? Talking to me?
Nothing. It's part of the
question?
jacket. Yeah, it was a question. 1% of a $400,000 loan.
1% of a $400,000 loan is $4,000.
That's correct.
Yes, I'm good at math. Can't spell, but I'm good at math.
$4,000 in an origination fee, or just like a flat $995 fee, maybe a $495 processing fee. That's pretty common, and then they'll throw in a little like $99 or $199 credit report fee. These are all, like credit report fee could be a valid cost,
but it doesn't cost $200. So it's like $5.
It's not free for us to run credit reports. We just don't pass that expense on to our consumers.
Can you say that one more time? I didn't understand. It was really quick.
All right.
You talk too fast.
Okay,
that's too slow.
We pay
between
for
those.
Every credit report as a company that we
pull. Another savings for the client.
But we just don't charge them to do that.
So say I had that $350,000 mortgage and my rate is 3.50 and I have, what's the traditional thing that I'll get in the industry from like a lending tree, from a Quicken Loans or Loan Depot. Now those guys are still our partners, but we don't add the fees to that. Those guys will send them the mortgage, and we just don't charge the fees. And if you go to them directly, you get the rate, and you have to get charged a fee on top of that. So it's definitely cheaper.
They also have they have a lot of brick and mortar places. That's one of the reasons that we utilize our technology to eliminate those fees. It's not that. They charge a credit report fee.
What does brick and mortar mean?
Brick and mortar?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brick and then mortar holds it together to make a building.
Got it. Okay. What happens if it's like on a second floor of like I don't know, a concrete building? What happens then? Where do we go from there?
That's something you would ask a state regulator. I don't think they could be licensed.
Like a senator?
You can call a senator.
Could we call a senator and ask him? All right.
The same senator that's going to change your Delta Airlines number.
I'll ask
All
him.
right. Brick and mortar, just a building, a place. It obviously has a cost associated with it. And they have a lot of buildings. And we have, a lot of buildings, but we have less buildings than them. And we're able to save money by using technology.
Technology?
Technology.
Financial technology?
Financial literacy taught through technology.
Some big words over here. I like it.
I know.
All right, so that's good. Is that clear? You want to go through it one more time?
I think you were starting to ask a question and we got sidetracked.
I was just going to ask
a $350,000 mortgage and a 3.5% interest rate. If you went to Quicken or Loan Depot, that
are
our partners.
Answering the question.
Yeah, but then I remembered it. I figured it's just better if I just say it.
Okay, want me to leave the scene? You just do it by yourself.
No, because you're gonna mess.
You can ask yourself the question and then answer it every single time.
Yeah,
I don't have to really do anything. I'll just sit back here.
Sit back there.
Can you breathe in that cigars? Can I have a cigar? I cannot breathe. No. But go ahead. So back to the original.
I would say, like most people, have an origination fee that starts at $995. It's a good round number. Banks like Chase, all those types of banks, it's usually $995. It can be anywhere from there all the way up to, I've seen on specific government loans, which would be your Federal Housing Administration, your FHA loan, your Veteran Affairs, your VA loan, USDA, which is like rural land. It's another government loan.
TD.
No, it's not a loan. Oh. It is a loan, but it's one that you can't give back.
Hep C shots?
Yeah.
Quick question for you, though. So
I'm not done.
But you've asked. I have a question along the way. Can I? Want me to hold them for the end, or can I?
We need a marker board so I can write down the points.
Okay,
go ahead. I'll try and remember. I already forgot, so you might as well go.
Okay. So, say for example, most of our clients initially what they say is, well, if I'm not getting charged a fee with Shop Your Mortgage, is my rate higher? Do you get those questions?
We don't get, is your rate higher? We get, how do you get paid?
Okay. But is the interest rate higher? So if we are cheaper on the fee side of it, most people may think, well, maybe the rate's higher. So are we competitive with are we lower or the same typically on average, or lower?
We're typically on average either lower or the same.
Lower or the same. All right. So we're always better. We're always basically a better deal.
We're always great.
All right.
We're always great.
All right. Like Six Flags or Disneyland. All right. Which one's better?
Well, apparently Disneyland. They're a fan of you.
Well, yeah, a
and
little
your
bit.
kids.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know the kids. It's a little weird, but
You should have seen some of the comments. Oh,
I haven't.
One lady.
I don't think I want to.
One lady. I'm gonna quote it. One lady in there. I hope she watches this one day. She said, "With the thoughts that are running through my head, I need to crop out these kids."
Uh-oh.
That's what she said
That's
to
not
your
good.
photo.
Oh boy. Oh, boy.
Anyways,
All right.
those fees on the government loans that I spoke about could be up to 1% origination fee. On a $400,000 loan, that could be a $4,000 charge. It has nothing to do with your closing costs, the cost of closing the loan. It's a fee to do the loan that goes straight to the broker. You're not paying off any principal. You're not doing anything. You can finance that origination fee in, so they could raise your loan amount by that much. You don't necessarily have to pay it out of pocket.
It's a lot more that way if you're amortizing it into the capitalization of the mortgage principal, correct?
Yeah, it's like borrowing money from yourself and then paying yourself back.
Over 25 years? 15, 20, 25?
But it's not your money. You're giving it to other people.
Got it.
So
what
yeah,
else?
they could be pretty high.
Okay. So do you want to cover anything else with
Yeah, you
regard
don't have to pay those. There's a place in the marketplace where you don't have to pay those.
Where is that place, Christopher? He's just training. We're going to quiz him.
Shop your own mortgage.
Oh,
A
wow.
little bit louder, a little more clear.
Shop your own mortgage.
I like it. It's a nice friendly tone. I like
It
that.
was a friendly tone. It's
That's
a
good.
docile
You
tone.
have a good race. You got a good radio voice.
Yeah, you do.
Good radio face. You have a radio face.
Radio. Why do you have an AirPod in your ear right now?
In case sales
Why do you only have
In
one?
case the lead comes in on the phone at the dealership.
Beep.
He's still hardwired in the dealership.
Before we got Chris to move out here, I grew up with Chris. He's a great friend of mine. Christopher is a guy that went to Pepperdine to get his mathematics degree because it was the easy degree, and then he wanted to go sell cards after, so he did.
And he killed it doing it. But by the way, did you build that calculator I asked you to build out for China? No?
We started on it. Do you know how complex that project is?
I know. That's what I gave to him. Pepperdine, baby.
You didn't give it to him. You gave it to me, and you said he can help you.
No, I gave it to you knowing
That I would
that
give it
you
to
would
him?
give it to him.
Okay.
Because you wouldn't be able to handle that with all your tasks you have during the day.
Well,
Busy.
next time, just give it to him because I had to sit through a 45-minute meeting learning about it.
All right.
That he wasn't
That's
a part of.
That's a quick one.
It was a quick
Sounds
one.
like Deanna was doing that one.
Yeah.
Hi, Deanna.
Hey, Deanna. Just the tip of the iceberg. Nothing
Iceberg.
else.
93% of the iceberg is below the surface.
7
You only
inches.
see
No,
a
no,
tip of it.
7%. Sorry, 7% of it is out of the
It's
water.
a small iceberg. All right.
Yeah, fees. Lender fees you do not have to pay. It is the option. We could charge lender fees too. That's the other thing. There's nowhere that says we don't have to charge them. We can't charge them. We made that decision so that we could let users see what the best available loan scenario is for them and execute that without having to pay all these fees. Because if you think about it, the difference between a 3.5 and a 3.75, if you have to pay $2,000 to get that difference, it's not even worth it.
Yeah. So, think how
So
many
what would
dates you go
be-
on with that money you save, right? That's
Yeah,
a big. That's a
dating's too expensive for me. I got to find an alternative here. I got to either
You should
find.
gamble and baseball.
Think of how many dates we could have got with that. Yeah, dating's. I don't know.
Yeah?
I just
You're
wish
a
there was
man,
like a
Rob. You're-
subscription.
You're a man, Rock. I
I'm
must be
so-
lining up at the house for you. No?
Yeah, but they're just not fascinating.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, I want to be fascinated. I don't want to go to a show and see the same show.
Yeah.
I want to go to a show and see something new.
Well, I've seen your show.
Think
I've
of-
seen the shows you brought back to the house, and they're never the same show. So I don't know how.
Yeah,
that could
well,
happen.
I'm exploring my options.
They're all different themes.
I need a subscription service for dating. Like you just pay monthly and it covers 15 dates that they plan for you. You tell them what day, and then you just have to go find the girl.
But knowing
Everything's
you,
planned.
you'd be making sure the girl pays for it, though, right?
The
It has to
girl's
be
never
included?
paid for me in her life. The only person that
Paid
pays
for
for
you?
me on a regular basis is you. That's why Greg has that
What about
connotation.
mom? Mom pays for you.
No, my mom doesn't.
Oh.
When my parents came, happy birthday, they were just here the 29th of September.
All right.
I paid for everything that we ate, that we did.
You know
I
what,
went
though,
to
you-
that butchery place that we said, oh, it's going to be so good. I didn't realize how expensive that was going to be.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Let's get some steaks. It was like
good, though. It's good.
$400 in meat.
It's the best though.
I
for
got
sure.
food poisoning.
That was probably not from there.
It wasn't from there, but when I think of that
Could be
purchase, the very
from-
next thing I think is
It
food
could be from the
poisoning.
quiet woman that you went to that night, the bar.
Never
called The
been there.
Quiet
I've never
Woman.
been there for any women watching this. I've been told not to go,
There's
but
like
that only
warnings.
really.
You know when you go travel into like in the forest, and it says beware of cougars.
Have
Cougar
you ever
sightings?
traveled in the forest?
Yeah, I have.
You don't look like that jacket. Were you that jacket?
I had a camo jacket on. I camo my face up, and I had like
a paintball gun.
I was dressed up in a zebra, and I was running with the zebras.
What's that movie?
Until a cat came.
Dinner for
the lion,
Schmucks?
the lion saw me, and the actual real lion chased me.
What's that movie, Dinner for Schmucks, where he's like dressed up like a buffalo, like half man, half. You ever seen that movie?
No.
With people have seen it. It's hilarious.
I don't think
He's
you
dressed
made
up
that
like a zebra with like 2 lioness women, and he's taking photos in his art gallery.
It sounds like a porn that you're probably watching, and you're getting mixed up.
No.
Yeah, all right. I think that's it. Maybe one more highlight reel from start to finish, but slow version, not like you're auctioning cars out right now. Like
Yeah.
Just a nice, slow, basic. Why we're better. Why we're more or less. Well, I guess it'd be why we're cheaper than everybody else. And when I say cheaper, I don't mean cheaper in service. I just mean cheaper in your pocketbook. Just like when I go to lunch or dinner with Garrick, it's not cheaper. It's like I'm always eating for 2, or maybe with him it's maybe 2.5.
For 3. Yeah, I find deals when they're available though.
All right.
And I
he does
negotiate.
he does surprise me with a few tabs taken care of.
Father's Day. That was tab I thought was a lot less than it was.
I am. Which one was that? A Pelican?
Pelican, yeah. Turns out that all you can eat brunch, and
Yeah, it was good though.
it was delicious.
Does it bother you a little bit that you have to pay?
No, I don't mind paying for it.
for lunch?
I pay for everybody else's everything. Anybody watching this, everywhere.
Yeah,
So then I
okay.
can recoup with
I
you.
thought you had
a little bit of those
the
meals.
dinosaur arms where you couldn't reach into your pockets.
With
Is it
you, I
only
do.
with you?
It's only with you.
Right.
Only with you.
The Raptor.
Yeah. All my other friends know if we're gonna go out, I'm gonna get you guys some drinks. You can have some fun.
All right. Can I dress with one of your friends one night? We can, like, sample that.
No, see, because when I go out with you, it's like equal attention. When I go out with them, I steal the attention, so I have to buy them drinks so they feel like it's fun for everyone.
All right. Okay. I can
That's
see
fair,
that.
right?
I don't know if it's equal. I think you get more attention than I do.
Well, it's just because I'm about a foot taller, so most people can't see you. They see me in the crowd of people, and then when I walk up to them, they're like, "Oh,
You know what?
hey, how are you?"
Anyone I'm 5'10". Anyone who's like 5'9", I'm like they're midgets. They're so short. I'm all over it, and I appreciate that joke because I give it to everybody around me who's shorter than me, which is most people because I'm above average height. 5'9's average.
Maybe
You
in
know that?
Canada, where your healthcare is subsidized.
Well, you guys are.
We get a lot of hormones over here. Our meat is.
Yeah, you guys are all 400 pounds. Like 70% of your population is like 1,000 pounds. What do you expect?
That's true.
Your meal portions are like the size. They're like everything's a buffet here.
That's also. I can't refute that.
Just
You know
go to
the
Vegas.
sodas-
Go to
you
any
know s-
Vegas buffet and just hang out there for 5 minutes, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, in Vegas, there's certain people.
Yeah,
We're not going to go there, but
I just did, I think, by
there
accident.
there is
I want to cut that out.
a lot. Everything, yeah, that's true. Compared to Canada, you know, in Canada, one big thing is they regulate your shots of alcohol. Like you get a 1 ounce pour.
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
in America, I don't think that's 1 ounce.
No, you're right. It's a free pour here. It's not there, but our beer is like 1% or 2% higher in every beer we have. So
Yeah,
you
but-
come here, it's like drinking. It's like we hydrate with drinking beer here. It's like a joke. When I'm hungover and I'm dying for thirst, I have beers.
But I'm dying for the.
Dying. That's my version of
That's
me
my
being
version of
so
dying.
dehydrated that I got like 7 beers and still not have to urinate. Like that's.
Have
what
you ever
it's
had
like.
an IV when you're hungover? You get an IV.
No, not done that.
They have places now, hydration rooms. You'll feel incredible.
Yeah, have you
Yeah.
done it?
Yeah, like $100 and some bucks. It's probably.
I think some lunch, some buffalo sauce, some Hooters, barbecue wings. Yeah.
You know, I got suspended in.
What was that place you took me to for lunch in Vegas? First time in
Twin
Vegas,
Peaks.
like living with the residents. We're gonna go for lunch at Twin Peaks. Okay, show up there. Every waitress is like legitimately wearing bikinis.
Yeah, but
like,
they're barbecue nachos. That's why I took you there. You're a nacho guy.
Yeah, I don't even remember the nachos.
This
I
guy's
remember what I
all
had.
about nachos.
Literally every bikinis. They're serving the tables bikinis at lunchtime. I was just like, what's going on here? This is Vegas. This is not even the Strip. This is like where people live. This is Henderson. Anyways.
Yeah, that makes them more efficient. So the outfits are less. They can pay them more. They love it.
All right.
And the food is good. Food is
Okay.
real good.
Do you guys
Anyways.
want to talk about a car at all or no?
Yeah, we can talk about a car.
You
You want to talk about?
how many car accidents?
I was just gonna
happened?
say that, but I thought that's a negative.
No,
That's
we
a turned
I
down
think we
negative
could
road.
probably just pass on the cars. What do you think, Peter? Should we talk about cars?
You want to talk Pally Cardigan? You want to talk about
You guys are at 20 minutes right now.
20
Okay.
minutes?
Yeah,
We're at
that's
20
enough.
minutes.
That's enough. I think
Is
that's
that enough?
We'll save that for next week. We're going to talk about
The
a
McLaren.
little tip of the week, tip Tuesday next week, and we'll do we'll pick a supercar to talk about. And you can rent them out by the hour, is it? By the minute?
No, that I'm by the hour. The cars are by the day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
if you want me for an hour with the car, we can facilitate that.
I think there's a lot of guys that like that. for sure.
Actually, you're right. I don't want to take that off the air. That's not available. I have that. Yeah, we should talk about that in an episode. You've experienced it.
Yes,
For
I have.
all the women out there that get harassed by men, we're starting to get a taste for that from the fellas that like other fellas, which I think they're cool. I like them. I don't like them in that way, and they are aggressive.
I never got the aggressive ones. Mine are like very professional.
Your mic's unplugged, so all we heard was you like the aggressive ones, and you don't like it when they're professional.
I meant to say that I've never got really that aggressive ones. Just
Ugh.
like, are you into dudes? I'm like, no, I'm not into dudes.
They're very consistent. Their follow-up is
They'd be good salespeople.
they
I
are.
think that's why Chris is so good.
Well, I
You're
mean,
very good. You're good follow up. Yeah. Anyways, all
they're
right.
very aggressive.
I think that's it for me. I think I'm done.
He's gonna fly. He's flying out right now.
I have my own plane. I fly my plane home.
It's a biplane with no roof. He's gonna put some
I got
goggles.
some
on.
goggles and a scarf, and it's got like a spot for Chris.
Hey, you want to talk about your phone?
What?
You want
No,
to
I
talk
don't
about your
wanna
phone?
talk about my No, we're not gonna go there right now.
His
I'm
phone's been
trying-
down for 2 days.
I'm trying to have peace in my life, and yesterday was an episode that was the opposite of peace. And since then, I have zero expectation with my cell phone, and I've had a good day. It's
I
been
got a
good day.
text yesterday. Well, I was on the phone. I could see that there was some
Oh,
frustration
the RAM thing?
happening.
He's talking about the RAM.
What?
When they're like, "Oh, your cell phone's going to Apple." I'm like, "We're at a RAM with 4 of our staff computers." I'm like, "How about this? How about you go back to Apple, take my fucking cell phone back to them, and trade it back in for the RAM we need for the office? I never want to use a cell phone or see one again." Boom.
All I got was a text that said,
I actually spent the whole day without a cell phone. The rest of
in
the
all
afternoon.
caps, "I'm never using a cell phone again," with a bunch of exclamation points. And I thought it was a joke. I came in here and laughed about it, and I'm not.
I went to the
I'm not
hockey
kidding.
game last night. No cell phone. Nothing.
I got a
Is
text.
it awkward? Yes.
I got
it's
a text
awkward.
from the person
How
he
many
was
times
with.
did I do this last night? Like to pull my phone out?
Take pictures.
70 times a minute I was looking for my phone.
How
but
many times did people want to take pictures with you thinking you were a hockey player?
I did. I don't. None last
Oh,
night.
none last night. Okay.
No, but
I got a text from the person he was with saying, he doesn't have a phone. I've already lost him. Do you have a tracker on him? I said, no, but we should get one on him if he's not going to have a phone.
Literally 11 seconds. We got into the ice rink, and I had to go to the washroom, and then boom, we're gone. Never saw her again the rest of the night.
So I think that's it. Don't forget to do a few things here. One is ask questions.
Yeah.
Ask questions about cars, mortgages, private loans, hard money loans. Greg has a lot of experience in that. And if you want to be reminded, because we're so inconsistent with our posting, it's supposed to be every Tuesday at 2, but we're going to see how that goes. You can hit the subscribe button,
Yeah. If you guys need,
but you don't have to.
if you guys need some
Life
girls-
advice, some dating advice.
Life advice. Hard money in Canada, we call it like private lending. Typically, it's for unconventional transactions, short term, under 6 months. It's kind of expensive as to the borrower, but it's usually worthwhile in the end. It's, you ever hear that term? You need money to make money. So you get transactions where you're paying 12 to 15% on a transaction, but overall you're making 20-25% typically on an annual basis, or increasing a cap rate on a rental property by 15-20%.
Cap rate.
year
We're going to
after
talk about
year.
cap rate in the next episode.
All
That's
right,
a very
good.
fun topic.
Cap rate's basically the return on investment.
Don't fucking ruin it.
Well, I'm gonna give you a little bit of it on a rental property. You know what? We'll even show you how to become a millionaire through real estate. Very, very simple. No one does it.
As
how
far
many
as
people-
dating
how many
advice-
people in the U.S. have, like, what's the equity percentage?
Okay, so there's more equity sitting in homes than there is student debt in the United States.
Yeah.
It's like over 3 trillion in student debt, and there's over 5 trillion in equity sitting in Americans' homes.
Which means like all that equity could be used in smart leveraging, meaning that you're buying assets that
Well, 80%
appreciate.
of that equity could be used.
Yeah.
You can only refi up to 80% LTV.
Well,
That's a new
we'll get into the
government rule across
details
the
next
board.
week. If you tell them everything now, they're not going to tune in.
They'll tune in to
I'm
see
try-
what
I'm
jacket
trying-
you're wearing
I'm
next
trying
week.
to
If you
see
come
it.
out with this, Pretty soon Ferragamo's going to come in. We should have some of David's outfits on you. Like these brands, these Off-White brand, these weird...
He gave me one of his shirts for my birthday. I wore it. It said Rich on it, and I got hassled everywhere I went. One guy in the elevator was like, "Hey, my name's Rich." I'm like, yeah? That doesn't mean the same thing.
I need that, sir. My name's Rich.
Where'd you get that? Well, a friend gave it to me.
No. What actually happened was he goes, "Oh, where did you get that?" We both thought, we didn't say this. We both thought, well, it's actually custom made. But can you imagine just somebody asking for a shirt that says
where can
Rich?
I get one of those? Well, you're not rich. You can't get one.
It's custom made. So we didn't say that, but as soon as we got
and
out
I'm
of the
not
elevator,
rich. It was a gift. I'm just saying.
When we got out of the elevator, it was hilarious because we both thought the same thing. But
Rich is about internal happiness and fulfillment. It's not a number in a bank account.
Monetary. Dating advice: don't wear that jacket.
I bet you, if I was looking to meet somebody, and I had this jacket on at a place, I don't know, like Whole Foods, something like that, or like a club or a bar, or whatever. I don't know. People go to meet girls. I don't think that anymore. But
with that jacket, you'd have to go to that new place they just opened. I Sparkles or something.
No.
All right, subscribe.
I think I can literally just wear this in like a phone booth or something like that.
Yeah, it's America. There's freaks everywhere.
There'd be double looks.
There'd be double looks.
You want to talk about freaks? I want to talk about my chiropractic experience. That's for next week. That was an absolute, like, I've never seen it like it. It was a textbook.
Somehow we'll get a GoPro on your chest and get you in there.
Yeah, I'm going to record next time, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Wrap it up.
All right. Subscribe, ask questions, and wrap it up. That's what Pistol Pete said.
Wrap it up. Always wrap it up.
The tip this Tuesday
no
is
domo,
wrap it up.
Domo, no domo.
The tip this Tuesday is to wrap it up. When you're taking too long, you just wrap up your phone calls. You wrap up your podcasts.
What else can you wrap up?
Wrap up.
Can you wrap up your turkey?
Yeah, my lunch meat.
What about like a hot dog? Can you wrap up a hot dog?
Lettuce. I don't eat hot dogs, but if I did, I'd wrap them in a bun.
I seen that body. It looks like it's just a lot of hot dogs.
This body's phenomenal. This body, yeah.
It's a phenomenal hot dog eating body.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, for a body that eats hot dogs, definitely top 10 bodies in this building.
All right, this building.
Yeah.
Doesn't really say much. All right, well, yeah. Thanks, Peter.
Thanks, Playboy Cardigan.
Thanks, Rosie. And thanks, my little leprechaun.
Little jumpy bean.
Yeah.
See you guys. Have fun, and we'll see you next week.
Just a tip Tuesday.
Iceberg.